Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have on my hell yeah, I'm challenging that shirt. And if you've seen my first video, then you definitely get it, okay? And I thought it was appropriate to wear today for today's video, ostracized at 16. So yeah, I was ostracized at 16. Where do I start? I guess just start. It's still painful for me, when I think about it. Nobody should have to go through being ostracized, especially a minor child. I think it was very damaging. But it also served as, some of my first awakening memories because the cruelty that you get to see, that's revealed when you are ostracized by this religious group, the Jehovah's Witnesses. You get to see a great deal of cruelty. You thought it was just such a loving group, and then once you get disfellowshipped and they ostracize you, there is no love, and there's no love. Like, people that you've known all your life will walk right by you and not even make eye contact with you, not even speak, say hello. Um, it's just a rude and cruel treatment, and it's not of God. It's supposed to be a disciplinary punishment to try to get you back on the right track, to make you want to serve God. But if anything, that turns me away. That turns me away, not from God, but from this organization that's um, portraying that they are of God and godly people, but yet they're treating people like the devil. Like they're acting like devils, especially when you think about how, you know, these people are ostracized from their own families. I was a minor child when I was ostracized. So I was still living in my family's, in my household, with my mom and dad. So, you know, they still had dealings with me, of course. They still had to take care of me. Um, but everybody else in the hall, I had other relatives in the hall, wouldn't speak, um, it was just crazy. But let me get into it a little bit. So, let me see. I have a couple of notes down. Just want to make sure I add as much as I need to. Um, for those of you that don't know, the Jehovah's Witnesses, they do practice disfellowshipping. If you committed a sin or wrongdoing, you're expected to speak to the congregation elders. And at that point, the elders, which is a group of men in the congregation, um, usually it'll be a few men assigned to your case, your judicial case or whatever, and they call themselves a judicial committee. And they basically make a determination as to whether you are repentant or not. And if they determine that you are not repentant, then you may be disfellowshipped from the congregation, which is announced in front of the entire congregation, and that you're no longer a Jehovah's Witness, or that you've been disfellowshipped. They used to say if you've been disfellowshipped, now they just kind of keep it. You're no longer a Jehovah's Witness. Such and such is no longer Jehovah's Witness in the Christian congregation or whatever. And um, that's basically saying shun police everybody. That's what that is, or whoever is getting disfellowshipped, or whoever is getting read off. That's basically what they're telling everybody when they get up on the stage and say that they're no longer a Jehovah's Witness. They're telling everybody to treat this person very cruel and like they don't exist. They're dead until they beg to be back with us. And that's basically what you have to do. You have to write a letter to try to get back in. Okay? So, I lost my virginity at 16. And parents found out about it. And I had to go before the elders because I was baptized. I had gotten baptized at 15. And, you know, I... in my tenure being a Jehovah's Witness, I actually had to go in the back room a few times. And Yeah, the first time, it was actually when I was 15, shortly after I had got baptized. I wound up, my parents wound up finding out, and I wound up telling that, I got a little touchy-feely with the guy, and I went and had to talk about that, um, and just give detail. And, okay, I'll just leave that there, and, okay, I, I'll, I'll pick back up. You'll get what I'm saying in a moment. So, when I'm 16, I wound up going all the way with this guy. And so, it's not something that, like normal families, you just keep in the household. When you find out that your kid has lost their virginity or whatever, you talk about it, and, you discipline them, or, make restrictions, or you do what you can to protect them. I don't know, however parents decide to go, but in most normal households, bringing other men, getting other men involved to talk about the situation is definitely not a part of the plan of reconciliation or getting on the right track or anything. It's nobody else's business that's in the house. You know, um, I mean, just even thinking about myself now, I have two daughters. I couldn't imagine, like, you know, having this private thing happen and forcing them to go before a group of men and telling them about their experience. Like, I didn't even want to tell my dad. I mean, I'm sure he didn't even want to know details. But here you have it. We set up this judicial committee, and here I am, you know, first 15th and a 16-year-old girl talking about my sexual experience. I don't even know how to describe the humiliation. Um, I don't even know. I mean, I need like I need some words here to try to describe, how just embarrassing and humiliating, shameful it is to have to go back there and talk about your intimate experience with some old crusty man. It was three older men that was assigned to my case. So I'm back there with those three men and my parents. So they're asking me all of these gross, intimate questions, which now when I think about it, this is just like really freaking child molestation. Like, this is abuse. This is, I mean, I feel like that's a form of freaking rape. I mean, they can't watch no porn, so I feel like that's the closest they gonna get with some porn is hearing these different people go back in the back room and confess their sins. That's the closest they're gonna get to some porn. I mean, I really think they enjoy these things. They enjoy listening and they get off on it. There's no telling what they go and do once they get done hearing. Like, there's no telling. Like, I don't know, but it's nasty. It's creepy. Like, ew. And then you think about people, parents. 'Cause it's not just my parents. Like, we're talking about a whole bunch of parents. It's 8 million plus Jehovah's Witnesses. So we have plenty of cases and plenty of times where this has happened. Parents are allowing their kids to go talk about their intimate experience with these men and allowing these men to ask them all kind of nasty questions. Like, I was asked, and that's what I'm gonna get back to, because, and this is just a whole lot, but I'm just gonna say it because it was asked to me. I was asked, did it go in all the way? The guy was like, well, I know you said y'all didn't, get to that point the first time, so did it go in all the way? And it's just like, are you kidding me? I'm 16 years old. You're a grown ass man. That's like highly, highly inappropriate. Like, it's hot out here, but I'm getting like sweaty, and I just feel like just yucky, like just to even think about it. Like, I'm feeling ashamed, and I'm just feeling those same emotions that I felt as a 16-year-old child. Again, just trying to talk to you guys about it, but I want to get this out. I want to tell my story. I want people to know, like, what type of abuse goes on in this organization. Like, this isn't right. This isn't right. Like, you know, and I mean, it was so humiliating. And then, like, my dad was just sitting there and he just had his head down. And in that moment, I didn't feel like that was my dad. Like, that was the head of our household. I felt like my dad was nothing. They demoted him down to nothing, being in that room, asking his daughter those questions, and him just sitting right there and allowing it. Like, even when I think about the type of guy my dad is, like, I just be thinking, like, that's why they ain't never, you know, appoint my dad as no elder, because my daddy just G. He took G for that, you know. But then I be thinking about that, and I'm just like, yeah, daddy, you just don't even seem like the type of person that would allow this. But he did. He did. He allowed me to go back before these men and tell them my sexual experience. Something I'm pretty sure he didn't even want to hear. Like, seriously, you want to hear about my sexual experience? Like, seriously, like, you know, no. No, that's weird as hell. Like, I even think now, like, me and my husband was talking, and it's just like, what if I was to call him and be like, yeah, daddy, you want to know what me and my husband be doing? He gonna be like, what? I like, excuse me, come again? No, that it doesn't even sound right. It, that's not right. That's not for a dad to know. A dad don't want to know. But yet, when you're a Jehovah's Witness, you're forced to know. You're forced to. You're forced to be in this room because I was a minor child. So my parents were back there, but you gonna let these people ask me this crazy stuff? That's just one of the things that just I can't forget that they asked me. But then you have, was there oral sex involved? How long was it? Was there an orgasm? Did you have an orgasm? Like, what position? What does that matter? If a sin was committed, a sin was committed. What do you need to know all these details for? What, you knowing what position, how is that going to determine, how is that going to help you decide whether I'm repentant or not? How? So I'm telling them all of this stuff, giving them all these details, which is just, ugh. I just want to throw up just thinking about it, like, ugh. And then I just get so mad. I get mad when I woke up from this cult and realized that this was just an evil cult. I was mad at my parents. I thought back to me being disfellowshipped as a 16-year-old. And I thought about being in that room, and why did they allow that? Why did they allow that? Why does a parent allow their minor child to go back before a group of men and tell them about anything, let alone an intimate experience? It's not their business. Handle your business in your own household. Because I know that's what I'm going to do with mine. You think I'm about to go to some men or anybody outside of my household and let them know what my kids did? Anything? No. Me and their daddy going to handle it. And a lot of stuff, when it comes to my girls, I'm going to talk to them. They daddy don't want to know about certain stuff. Now, I hope to be able to keep my girls virgins as long as possible. Definitely. But I'm going to give them so many more reasons to, you know? And, you know, I wasn't promiscuous or anything. I believe in the finger rule, so I still got that. I'm proud to say. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's not right. That should not be allowed. That should be against the freaking law. Like, that is child molestation. These men are sick. How do you even want to be an elder if this is the type of job that you have? I mean, it wasn't that time, but another time I went in the back room after I was grown, and I think I was having to go in there right, you know, when I married my husband and stuff. And I remember them trying to ask details about stuff, and one of the elders having to say, "You don't have to answer that." And it's just like, if I don't gotta ask the certain stuff, then I probably don't have to answer. I don't have to be back here with y'all. Period. I don't. And I told myself that was the last time. I will never go back to that back room and tell y'all anything. Nothing. Me and my sins. I'm gonna pray to God. I'm gonna pray to God about what I do wrong. And that's the only person that I answer to. God and Jesus. Y'all elders. Y'all who y'all think y'all ain't nobody. Y'all not nobody. Y'all not nobody. You don't tell nobody what to do. That's why I'm challenging that. Hell yeah, I'm challenging that. All right. So, yeah, it was just a very cruel experience. Again, you know, my mom and my dad, they still had to be a mom and a dad to me. My grandma, you know, of course we all lived in the house together. So she treated me fine. She still, you know, ate with me and stuff. I remember her crying that night I got this fellowship, just boo-hoo crying. And again, I got reinstated in 6 months. Um, put in that letter. But it was horrible. You know, then I had like family members, like my aunt that lived right down the street. She was talking to me at first, but then she got mad. I don't know what she got mad about. But then she called herself, well, I'm not supposed to be talking to you anyway. So then she starts coming to the house. I would open the door for her, and she would walk right past me. Like, I remember that kind of stuff. I will never forget. I'll never forget. And then I had another aunt, which was my great aunt, my mom's aunt. Um, she went to our hall and stuff. And I remember being in the bathroom with her. And I'm sorry, I'm just looking at some lizards fighting over here. Okay. I would show you guys, but I'm not trying to get my camera all out of whack. But anyway, yeah, I go in the bathroom and she just washing her hands, everything, acting like I'm just not there, and walked out the bathroom. And I was just so hurt. I remember sitting back down with my mom and just telling her, like, I was sad, I was crying. She's like, "What's wrong?" I'm just like, you know, your aunt didn't even speak or anything. And then my mom talked to her about it, and then she came back and hugged me, and it's just like, are you gonna shun me or you not? But I gotta go, guys. I'll tell you more later.